In this video, I am here with Sony Artisan Patrick Murphy-Racey, and we're going to give you guys some tips on how to shoot sports. Welcome everyone to The Breakdown. My name is Miguel Quiles, and I am here in beautiful Chicago, Illinois, and I'm here with Sony Artisan Patrick Murphy-Racey. Super excited for you to be here on the show. Thanks for being here.
Welcome to my hometown, man.
This is awesome, man. This is like so much fun.
Born and raised. I was born at Great Lakes Naval Academy, just up the road.
Wow, this is awesome. It's my first time here, and this is just like a beautiful city. I'm having so much fun.
Hope you've been eating.
I have been. I have been eating. It's so amazing here. So we're having a really great time, and I've caught up with Patrick because I want him to share some of his favorite tips for shooting sports. So before we do that, let the audience here know a little bit about you. What's your name? What do you do? What's your specialty? Give us a brain dump.
Well, I'm a recovering newspaper photographer, working my 12-step program, as we often say. I'm in recovery. But once you shoot at newspapers, you literally shoot everything. You shoot food, fashion, you shoot sports, you shoot portraits. I mean, you just do everything. And so in my time as a newspaper photographer and being a photojournalist, about a fourth of the newspaper every day is sports.
Right.
And so I had to get really good at that. And but I wasn't very good at first, and I had a boss that told me, you know, you kind of suck at sports, and so I'm taking you off all your other assignments, and I'm putting you only on sports for the next 2 months. And within 6 months, I had quit the paper, and I was working for Sports Illustrated.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
You go from it being something that you struggle with to just being at what I think a lot of people feel is like the pinnacle of sports photography.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah. So with that being said, we're here on the beach, and we're actually going to get the opportunity to photograph some volleyball players here on the beach on this like gorgeous sunrise here in Chicago. It's insane. So what are some tips? I want to basically give 3 tips that photographers out there could use to be able to shoot volleyball in this case, but really just to use to shoot sports in general.
Okay, first, I think the most important thing actually is, even more important than what camera you use or lens, is your location at the sport. So every sport has like a prime place to be. And in volleyball,
everybody's like elbowing each other.
And in volleyball and beach volleyball, you can get pretty close. But the trick is you don't usually want to shoot the people that are on your side of the net. You want to shoot under the net, which means you're number one on your knees or sitting. Right. And you're probably 10 feet away from the stripe, the sideline of the court. And that's going to set you up for probable success. Okay. And then people that are doing it for the first time and aren't acclimated to it, it's easiest just to focus on one person. And it's usually the person that's farther away from you. So if you're looking under the net, you don't want the person that's to your left, you want the person that's farther away. Right. Because they're going to dive towards you. Right. And that's what you're waiting for. And the money shot is, well, this is called a platform hit. Yes. You're looking for that diving, horizontal body platform hit. That's the otherwise you're doing the spike and whatever, but that's your money shot. Awesome, awesome. So the positioning is very, very important. I'm sure it's like that with every sport. It is. Let's talk about your lenses. What lenses would you prefer and would you recommend for shooting volleyball? First of all, you want a lens that's really fast autofocus. Not all lenses are not created equal. And for me, when you're really close and you're sitting right on the sand, right on the side of the court, the 2470 G Master is just killer. Awesome. And when you pair that with A9, it's like supercharged. And so it's so fast, it's instantaneous focus. In fact, a lot of times in the training we've been doing, we've been putting the A9 in people's hands, and they say, oh man, I missed that. And then they realize they actually got it. Because everything is so clicking so fast, they don't even realize they're shooting, so it's pretty cool. Amazing. And then second, the 7200. A lot of times you can't choose where you can be. You're kind of stuck. Maybe you're in the stands or something like that. Right. And the 7200 is great. And what you want to do there, again, position and lens, you want to be kind of even with the net. Okay. So that you don't get blocked by the posts. Right. And that way you can shoot both sides of the game. So. Excellent. So we talked about the position, your favorite lens, and lastly, because this is the question I think most people have, let's talk about settings. How do you approach your aperture, your shutter speed, your ISO, specifically when you're shooting sports? Well, as a pro, I don't know hardly any pros that use any automatic at all. So we are riding our exposure manually constantly.
Right.
So I have auto ISO shut off. I mean, in this situation, you're literally shooting into the lake,
right,
and into the sky. So if you rely on automatic, it's going to underexpose your players every time.
Right.
So it's very important to be manual. Then you want the highest shutter speed possible, and you want your lens wide open. I can't tell you how many times I've been to games where I'm seeing somebody shooting a 400-2.8, and they're at like 3.5 or 4.5, and I'm going, what are you doing?
Why?
You're either sharp or you're not.
Right.
There's no in between in sports photography.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Very awesome. And you're doing this in continuous focusing modes?
AFC, yeah.
Okay.
And what I do in sports where you don't wear a helmet,
right,
the face detect autofocus works so killer on the A9. And that way, if you're really tight, even if you're 7200 sitting on the sand right there, you can shoot super tight, and the camera's not going to give you the hands sharp.
Right, right.
It's going to nail your face every time. And so that's what you want. You want eyes.
Right.
Eyes are the window to the soul. Eyes are the most telling aspect about the reaction of an athlete to a play or while they're in the play itself. And so what you get in the Sony side of things is you do wide area autofocus, 693
it's insane.
focus points.
The whole frame
So
is
even if they're
full.
falling out of the frame and they're almost gone, they're still sharp because the camera sees that and knows what's moving. But best of all, you get that face every time.
Right. And it's funny because even when you're shooting portraits, getting the eyes in focus is
it's everything.
Everything.
It's everything.
It's
yeah.
everything. And even in sports, you would think,
yes,
well, I could skate by, not get the eyes in focus, but no, you have to get the eyes in
exactly.
focus. So these are great tips. What we're going to do is we're both going to start shooting some volleyball. I'm going to utilize some of the tips that you've just given myself and given this audience, and we're going to shoot some volleyball. So let's go and do some shooting.
Sounds awesome. Thanks.
All right, everybody, so there you have it. You got the opportunity to hear some sports tips from Patrick Murphy-Racey. You got to see us both shooting some sports. I was using some of his tips, and it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Before we close out, let everybody know, where could they follow you? Where could they see your work online?
I'm on Instagram at @Murphy-Racey, and then my website is pmrphoto.com.
Excellent, and we'll put that in the description below. Also, while you're here watching this video, make sure that you subscribe to Adorama TV. There's a number of videos that are coming out. My videos come out every other week. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. If you do, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comments section below. If you have any tips on shooting sports, leave them in the comments. We would love to hear it. Also, while you're here, make sure that you check out the Adorama Learning Center. There's a lot of awesome articles there on photography and video and all sorts of awesome stuff. So make sure that you check it out. Thanks so much for watching the breakdown, and we will see you later. Bye, everybody.